Welcome to this edition of Weaving Energy. How Heaton is my traditional name. Aaron Thomas is my English name. I am the tribal liaison for Southern California Edison, host of this Weaving Energy LinkedIn edition. I want to say thank you so much to all those that shared your comments on my LinkedIn page and amongst other social medias. That it was my 5-year anniversary with Southern California Edison this week. And so I definitely want to thank you for sharing your comments, your well wishes, your congratulations towards my way. I feel very passionate about being able to help anybody, but especially the tribes, because of course I am a Native American. My tribe is up in the Washington State area, Lummi Nation, and living down here in the Great Coachella Valley. And I'm just thankful to be able to get a chance to work for a Fortune 250 company like Edison. And it's been my dream job working here. And they allow me to do this great podcast, although it is on my own. It is not affiliated with Edison, but I definitely do thank them for saying that they don't care if I do it. It's my personal time, my personal equipment. But I do like doing this podcast because it does give the tribes in our state, in the state of California, a little bit of kudos. It gives a little bit of awareness about what the utility space looks like for the tribes, including our energy summit that we do with the tribal leaders each year. Just had a really good planning meeting this morning, getting ready for the 2025 Tribal Leaders Energy Summit that we're going to host up in Sacramento. We're looking at a few tribes up there to help participate and host next year's event. And definitely want to thank the Morongo Band of Mission Indians, Paula tribe, as well as the Pechanga tribe of Indians for the last 3 years hosting that great summit. Indigenous Day is this week, and again, thanking all of the different federally recognized and non-federally recognized tribes in the state of California, especially. Thank you for allowing us to be able to partner with you in various ways, whether it's through the Energy Summit or just our day-to-day business with you. Thank you for allowing us easements and right-of-ways. And again, the tribes in the state of California especially hold a big piece of the puzzle when it comes to Pathway 2045, which is the state's mandate to reduce the carbon footprint. And of course, by doing that, it does create a lot of demand for energy, for electricity, especially whether we're trying to, increase the amount of electric vehicles on the roads. We're trying to make every household and business remove fossil fuels and make the buildings more efficient, and as well as so much more battery storage is needed, and tribes hold a big key for that. We definitely need, of course, right-of-ways for new distribution lines that are going to come in. That's going to bring in some new renewable energy into the state of California. So tribes hold a major key to the success of Pathway 2045, even though they're not mandated by the state to do anything. We definitely see that there's a tremendous value with the partnership between the utility companies, especially, and tribes. So thank you again. Happy Indigenous Day. Every day is Indigenous Day when you're Indigenous yourself. But we're still here. We're still thriving. And I've got my California Indian Nations College T-shirt on, as I sometimes part-time am a professor. Was the very first Native American professor for California Indian Nations College. So teaching business to tribal students ranging from 18 to 65 years old. So give a big shout out to President Townsend and the California Nations College team. And of course, my auntie mom, Teresa Mike, for her vision and creating the California Indian Nations College. And who does that? Who just wakes up and says, I'm going to start a tribal college in Southern California? My auntie mom, I stand on her shoulders with all the great work she's done, not only for that, but the Native American Land Conservancy, amongst other great, the Teresa Mike Scholarship Foundation. It just goes on. She's an amazing person. But today, again, every day is Indigenous Day. I wanted to give you guys some quick updates. Right now we're opening Edison. We do have the opportunity that's going to change the life of at least 30 students in the Southern California Edison service area. through our Edison scholarship that we have available for tribal students, high school students that are going into STEM related fields in college. We definitely want to encourage you to go to edison.com, or even just type in Google Edison scholarship, and this website pops up, and it gives you the opportunity to send the link to your tribal high school student, senior, and have them apply. And it's been a few years, I hate to say it, that we've had a tribal student win the Edison scholarship, but this year is the very beginning of the ability for a tribal student to actually type in their tribal affiliation into the application. So now we can see which tribes students have applied for this scholarship. So again, that window closes in January. So we're doing the best we can between now and January to make sure that folks know about this scholarship. $50,000 in a 1-year internship at Edison is life changing, and of course, energy is the future. It's always been here, but the industry itself is booming, and it would be great to get some more tribal folks involved in energy, working for utility companies, working for their own tribe, and possibly being an energy manager for their own tribe, which I think would be a great a boost for each tribal government to have somebody, one person or a team of people that all they do is energy, whether it's electricity or gas or especially when it comes to emergencies and when the earthquake happens, which it's coming here in California. We don't know when, but after an event that happens, an all-weather event happens like that, who is the tribal person working for the government that's going to help bring the power back on, working with people like me, the tribal liaison, to make sure that your power is back on. Having an energy manager does that, and having folks go through, STEM-related schooling is only going to help them when they do work for in that energy space. So go to that website, and the Edison Scholars of Tomorrow. 30 students are going to win that. So I want to make sure that you saw that today. The other thing that's happening again as tribal liaison that we're really trying to get the word out about is when it comes to CPUC decisions, because the California Public Utilities Commission, of course, is the one that regulates the utility companies. And this is a CPUC decision that eliminates the electric extension subsidies for mixed fuel or for new construction projects. So there used to be a subsidy for line extensions where you've got the grid and you've got the wire that goes from the grid to the home or to the business. And for all these years that there used to be a subsidy for that, or the state would help fund that that line extension. But now, since July 1st of this year, that subsidy to help pay for that line extension goes away if the business or the resident, including business and residents on reservations, are have mixed fuel or have electricity plus fossil fuels coming into it. If it's fully electric, if the home or the resident or the business is fully 100% electric, then that subsidy stays, and it's helps the homeowner, it helps the business owner with their creating that line extension for their energy, for their electricity. But if it has gas, it has natural gas, propane, then that subsidy now has gone away. So we want to make sure that again, why they did this is that the PUC's decision advances the state goals of that Pathway 2045 to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Again, they're trying to wean people off of fossil fuel. So as an incentive to get people to go all electric, they've decided to reduce or eliminate the subsidy for that line extension if you do have gas included in that business or that residential area. So again, customer invoices will have been starting to show that all around the state of California. We're trying to make sure that the tribes are well aware of that going forward. So it's not business as usual. It's definitely business not as usual. But we want to make sure that folks know that was a CPUC decision, not the utility that said they wanted to do that. And finally, the last thing I'll share with you is another CPUC decision that affects tribes. And this is another way for the PUC. This is on a website called power-grid.com. And California tells utilities to speed up new grid connections. So, you send an application into your utility company. We get it. We work. A planner then gets assigned to you to, put up your power for your business or your residential, your home. And now the idea here is that for new energization targets is why they are now mandating that the 3 electric IOUs have a timeline for connecting you. It's to allow for quicker upgrades for residential services. So if it says streamlined energization targets are meant to expedite electrical service upgrades that do not require upgrades to electric grid, including those needed for residential electric vehicle chargers. So again, we're trying to wean off the fossil fuels. They're trying to get more people in electric vehicles. But now they're saying, okay, utility companies, you guys have to make sure that if we're out there pushing for these mandates, that you're going to help us and having new targets and new timelines to get those projects done. So it's really incumbent on the 3 utility companies to have a very good planning team that's communicating with the customer. It's increased utility accountability. So again, it's a framework that gives Edison 8 steps to track the activities when it comes to energization, and holds Edison, PG&E, SDG&E, those 3 big IOUs accountable for making sure that this is done in a timely manner. It's again, it provides for new transparency measures. It's a new monitoring and reporting requirement now that we get to share with the PUC when they ask us. When we have a reporting mechanism now for these timelines, new maximum timelines for necessary grid capacity upgrades. So again, upgrades that increase the capacity of the distribution system. There's a timeline for that now as well. So again, this is the average. This is kind of like a chart that shows the types of energizations, Rule 15, Rule 16. These are all sort of things that all of those of us in the energy community understand pretty well. And it says, these are the dates. You have about 6 months to get things done. Sometimes it's 10 days, sometimes it's 30 days, depending on what the energization type is. But again, we're just trying to make sure that that tribes especially understand what this new PUC mandate is all about and why they're doing it. And again, they did say that the main reason for this was because it was for customer service requirements. This is something that that the PUC felt that that the customers said that's what they wanted, was for this more transparent process, the getting this done in a more timely manner. And at Edison, I know we definitely could not agree more that we want to be a big piece of the pie. We want to be a big part of the solution when it comes to reducing the carbon footprint and meeting the state's mandates for a clean energy pathway. So again, just sharing that again, power-grid.com. You just go ahead and search for it there. So it's a relatively, I think it's a credible source of information there. So that'll do it here for me on Weaving Energy. I definitely want to thank you all again for tuning in. If you have anything that, again, when we're talking about next year's Energy Summit with tribes, let me know what you think about what subjects, what content you would like to see. If you're a tribal leader, if you're a person that's in the tribal community space and you're looking at energy, what is it that you've got questions or concerns about going forward? We want to be able to incorporate those questions into our 2025 Tribal Leaders Energy Summit in Sacramento in August 4th, 5th, and 6th next year. So we don't know exactly where we're going to host it, but we're we've set those 3 dates up for next year's event. My name is Aaron Thomas, again, Tribal Liaison in Southern California, Edison, and host of Weaving Energy in this LinkedIn edition. God bless you wherever you're at. Thank you so much for joining me, and take good care of yourselves and your families.